Oh, winter's just having a hard time sticking around in February. We are heading right back into spring weather across the state of Texas. And the good news is we've got some more rain in the forecast. The bad news is most of us aren't going to see it. Let's talk about it in this Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It's Tuesday, 13th February 2024. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Building-in-Chief David Reimer wearing the fancy shirt for absolutely no reason. The tie you saw yesterday, unfortunately, has suffered a catastrophic failure, given the fact it got tied around my neck, wouldn't come off, so I had to cut it off with scissors after trying to get it off for 15 minutes. Now that you all have relevant information to start your day, let's actually get to something useful, and that is today's weather forecast. Here is the high-resolution rapid refresh model for today, tonight, into Wednesday. Cloud cover increasing across the southern half of Texas this afternoon into tonight. Mostly upper level clouds. Could see a few sprinkles to start off our Wednesday morning, but otherwise tomorrow will be just as dry as today, with just a couple of sprinkles in the hill country south central Texas with some cloud cover, but most of the state will be partly cloudy to mostly sunny with warm temperatures. Now, our next weather maker arrives Thursday and Friday. We're going to see precipitation chances increase beginning Thursday morning, southern third of Texas, Rio Grande Plains, Edwards Plateau, Rio Grande Valley, deep south Texas, the coastal bend, extending up along the coastal plain, southeast Texas, middle and upper Texas coast. As we get into Thursday evening and Friday morning, you could see plenty of rain continuing into Friday afternoon across south Texas, southeast Texas. Mostly wet weather expected. The good news is instability or thermodynamics look quite limited with this system, so we do not anticipate severe thunderstorms, but locally heavy rainfall will be possible. We'll look at rainfall amounts here in just a minute. Something to watch for as we get into Friday will be the arrival of a cold front from the Panhandle moving south through most of the Texas area on Friday into Friday night. You can see that denoted as we get into Friday with the tightening of the pressure gradient. Those isobars, black lines, become closer together, and that will mark the arrival of our cold front and gusty north winds. I'll let that play out. Here you go. Those stronger winds, that tighter pressure gradient pushing south, the arrival of higher pressures and cooler temperatures. That drier air will also mark the end of precipitation chances as it pushed all of that off out into the Gulf of Mexico. Forecast rain totals for Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday morning. We're looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain across the Rio Grande Valley, Rio Grande Plains, South Texas, deep South Texas, up into the Edwards Plateau, the coastal bend, Victoria Crossroads, the coastal plains. Generally speaking, 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain along and southeast of the line from Eagle Pass to Uvalde to, let's just say, Austin, the Brazos Valley, Bryan College Station, all the way up to near Tyler, point southeast across southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle, the Brazos Valleys, the Victoria Crossroads, the coastal plains, with lighter amounts in the Arklatex, East Texas, maybe a sliver in northwest Texas. And again, that is the rain forecast as we get into Thursday and Friday. Temperatures over the next several days, well, there you go. Yeah. You remember that snow cover we had from Sunday? Yeah, most of that is gone, and whatever is not gone will be gone by this afternoon. Temperatures making it up into the 50s to low 60s in the Texas Panhandle, West Texas. The rest of the state, either upper 50s in the Arklatex to 60s and 70s. Yeah, that cold snap did not last long. False spring has returned, and maybe it's not so false after all. So we head into Wednesday, high temperature statewide, 60s and 70s. Thursday, same story, a couple degrees cooler in the Panhandle, otherwise a couple degrees warmer across the remainder of the state with 70s. As we head into Friday, the arrival of our cold front, highs in the 40s in the Panhandle, 50s West Texas, Northwest Texas, still 60s and 70s. Southern two-thirds of Texas, even with widespread rain across South Texas, the coastal plains into Southeast Texas. And then you could see crash of the cold front on Saturday. High temperatures only in the 40s to middle 50s, northern 75% of Texas. Definitely a knock back into February weather. It'll definitely be a bit of a shock to the system. It's been a bit since we've had cool weather like this for afternoon high temperatures, but I mean, all things considered, it could be like, when was that? 3 years ago now? Yeah, it's about 3 years ago now. We had sub-zero degree temperatures, yeah, we're only going to be 50 to 70 degrees warmer than that, and we're not going to have a crippling winter storm knock us out for a week. So that's good news in that department, but yeah, it'll be a bit cooler on Saturday. The good news is as we get into Sunday, high temperatures will already be back up into the low 60s, western and southern half of Texas, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and next week all look dry with above average spring-like temperatures. In fact, we may see one of our first good stretches of moisture return. As the Gulf of Mexico opens up, we see southeasterly winds fetch in some more tropically rich moisture. That could set up for one of the first times this year, the dry line as we get into late next week. And whenever we deal with our next upper level storm system, whatever that may be, we may have quite a bit of moisture to work with, which could indicate the potential for some spring-like thunderstorms. When exactly that'll be, who knows? We'll see if it's the final week of February or early March, but regardless, it's going to be spring-like again next week, minus Saturday and Sunday this weekend. So there you go with that, and dry weather galore for most of the state. That's going to be it for your Tuesday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. As always, you can get your local weather forecast, interactive weather radar, your daily Texas weather roundups, and more on the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. Just head over to your device's app store and search for Texas Storm Chasers. Thank you to all those who have been subscribing on Texas Weather Center. We appreciate it. Almost to 18,000 subscribers now. We just celebrated 17,000, I think, last week. So thank you very much. Y'all make it a great Tuesday. Enjoy the warmer weather. Have a good one. God bless.